Hey everybody, and welcome to your Lab 8 intro video for Physics 1106. Okay, so this lab should be relatively easy, I feel like, for you, since you've gotten the hang of things from the Ohm's Law lab. All right, so what do we need from our lab kit? You need your paper with your resistors. I know it's hard to see on my virtual background. This is all about resistors. You also need your multimeter, which you should know how to use now. You need your alligator clips right here. And I didn't mention it on the previous video, but it's always a good idea to use your safety glasses. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the manual. So what are you going to be doing? You're going to be looking at resistors that are wired together in series here and parallel. Look at the wiring diagrams, right? There are a lot of videos on YouTube about how to wire if you're very confused by this, but it really should be pretty easy. Oh, you also need your battery holders, right? Remember these? Okay. All right. So really, all you're trying to do is prove the relationship that you probably already heard about in class. If not, please go read that part of the text. So two resistors in parallel, like in this picture here. Okay, so in other words, the battery, one end of the battery would be here, the other end would be here. This is a parallel circuit, and two resistors in series, the one end of the battery here and the other end hooked up here is in series. And so you're looking to try to determine the relationship between the current supplied by the power supply and the current through each of these resistors. Now, hopefully from the previous lab, you learned how to measure current in a circuit. Okay. So this is in parallel, and then in series, you can do the same thing. Then for two resistors in parallel, you'll look at the relationship for the voltage, right? Supplied by the power supply compared to the voltage across each resistor. Same thing for series, right? So I would hook up one. Series is the easiest to hook up. Hook that up, measure the current for this part, measure the voltages for this part, right? And then hook up in parallel and measure the current for this part and the voltage for this part. Okay, it's pretty simple. That's all you're doing is trying to figure out those relationships or verify them if you already know what they are. Easy to look those up on the web too, so you can be like, okay, yeah, I'm getting something that makes sense. All right, well, good luck with this lab. Again, don't hesitate to text or email me with questions.